Hello, my friends. Kurt Bergman back with you with Pocket Pennant Run. I've gotten some questions on my channel. How do you manage the roster cards and the score sheets? How do all those work together to make the game? And so I want to spend a few minutes with you today showing you what I do to sort of customize the team lineup cards and what I do with the score sheet and why I like the score sheet so much, why I think it's so usable. So let's go to the video and take a closer look at the roster cards and the score sheets for Pocket Pennant Run. Thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I need your help to keep my channel going, my friends. Please feel free to share the video and don't forget to comment below if you have other questions about what I do with Pocket Pennant Run or any of the other sims on my channel. Have a great day. Let's take a look at the game. Okay, so we're going to start to go over some of the things that I was talking about in the introduction. First one starts with the things that are working. So these are basically things that are working for me with Pocket Pennant Run, and maybe they'll be of help to you too. These cards, of course, print out 9 per sheet. And this particular team is the 2018 Milwaukee Brewers, which of course might be, I don't know, the best Brewer team ever, maybe, I don't know. But regardless, the format of the roster cards is such that you get spaces for 15 position players. So there are batters. This is the batter side of the card. You get their position, you get which way they bat, righty or lefty. You get their batting rating, their power rating, their speed rating, and their defense rating. And that's what you need to play the game. So on this card, you'll see that there are 15 spots for position players to be listed. Then, if you turn it over to the back side, you'll find that the sheets print back to back. So, and very nicely at that. So you can put the batters and the pitchers for the same team back to back and cut up the 9 cards, and you've got individual cards for each team. So on the pitcher side, you have starting pitchers listed. You have relief pitchers listed as well. Then you can, of course, customize either side based on the software that you're provided. So you download the software and you can set up which players are going to be in your set of 15 for the position players and which players will be in your set of 15 for the pitchers. So for the pitchers, you get the starting pitcher or relief pitcher designation, which way they bat, their fatigue number, so how many innings can they pitch before they have a mandatory letter reduction in their pitching grade. P is for pitching grade here, C is for their control, and D is for their individual defensive fielding rating. So all of these, you have 15 spots on the pitchers, just like you have 15 spots for the hitters. Well, that's great if you have a perfect balance of 15 and 15 that you want to use. Now for the 2018 Brewers, I did. I had 15 position players that I wanted to include on the card. And you can go back and make multiple cards, of course. So if you're doing as played lineups, you can change the card as your season goes along if you would like to do so. But there's 15 pitchers here as well that are listed for the 2018 Brewers, so it works out perfectly. But what if you don't? What if you need more space? Well, what you cannot do, you can't have batters on the pitcher side of the card. It won't let you do that. So what you have to do in that event is, and here I have the 2013 Pittsburgh Pirates, which I guess I think is the most interesting Pirate team of recent vintage, but there have been several that have been quite good. This team made the playoffs, of course. So here what we see is the 15 position players listed. Everything's the same as I showed you with the Brewer card. But then on the back, what I did, I had additional position players I wanted to include on the card. So I only saved 13 pitchers. And then what I did, I don't know if you can see this very well, so I'll raise it up. I wrote in the players that I wanted to add but did not have room for on the batting side of the card. So instead I just wrote in their names. I got this right off of the download for the 2013 Pirates file. I picked out the additional players I wanted to add. In this case it was Justin Morneau. I wrote in his ratings by hand, and then I also wanted Alex Presley. I wrote in his ratings by hand as well. Now all of the stats are included in the software too, so if you're not familiar with the team but you want to see which players might make sense to add to the team, to your roster card, you can certainly find that very, very easily in the file. So I wrote in, I just saved 13 pitchers and then left these 2 lines blank, wrote in the additional position players that I wanted, and I'm good to go, plus their ratings, of course. All right, so that's my way of sort of fudging the roster card so that I get all the players that I want. Now, I almost did that with the Brewers because there are, you can do this with the other way too. So the 2018 Brewers went through all kinds of pitchers. There's 16, 17 guys that legitimately you could put on this card. Well, if I wanted to do that, I could simply delete the Keon Broxton and Jet Bandy players from the card, leave these lines blank and write in the pitchers plus their letter grades here, and I'd be good to go that way as well. So you can do it for either the batters by saving less than 15 and leaving lines blank as a result, or the pitchers by saving less than 15 and having blank lines as a result. All right, one other question that I've gotten that I want to address today is about the score sheets. So when you get the Pocket Pennant Run hard copy version, or if you can print these off of the download as well, you get this wonderful and small score sheet, and I'll compare it to this so you can get an idea of how big it is. This is about the size of a poker card, and so you can see that this is a little more than the size of 2 poker cards in size. This is a game that I've set up that I'll be doing on my channel, but it's between a couple of my favorite teams of the 90s. The 1995 Seattle Mariners and the 1993 Detroit Tigers. Now, these score sheets are great. Now, this is taking me a little bit of getting used to by going by at bats. So, you simply do the first inning, draw the line, and then keep going for subsequent innings, drawing the lines, and I'm getting used to that pretty quickly. All of the information that you need from the roster cards in terms of player ratings can be transferred very easily onto this score sheet. So you get the position of the player, you get which way they bat, their batting rating, their power rating, their speed rating, and their defense rating. You can fill all that in. Then all you need to have, everything that you need is here. You can keep your roster card to the side in case you want to make pinch hitters or pinch runners to get them in the game, or maybe relief pitchers. But everything is here that you need other than your gameplay cards. And so the footprint that I've been talking about is just amazingly small, but the game is complete. You've got all your information right here by using your score sheet. Your home lineup goes here. Your away pitcher goes at the bottom. And then you can keep track of the game inning by inning score right there. Then at the bottom you make your totals for the home team, runs, hits, and errors, and you're all set. Backside is just the opposite. It's the away lineup with the home pitcher. So what we have here, it'll be Mike Moore going for Detroit against the 95 Mariners. And it'll be Randy Johnson going for the Mariners, going against the lineup of the 1993 Tigers. Again, your position, which way they bat, the player, the batting rating, the power rating, the speed rating, and the defense rating. All of it's listed for you there, and you are ready. Oh, and at the bottom, your pitcher ratings, their fatigue inning, their grade letter, with room to decrease their rating as they fatigue, their control letter, their defensive rating, and then ultimately how many innings they end up pitching in the game. Your runs, your hits, and errors are totaled there, and here again you have your inning by inning score. These are wonderful creations, and it's part of Pocket Pennant Run, but you could certainly use it with any game. It's small, it contains all your information, and you're ready to go, and it's part of that tiny footprint that I've been talking about. So these are some responses to go into some detail on Pocket Pennant Run. I hope they're helpful to you. Have a wonderful day, my friends. So long, everybody.